Hello and welcome to Eduphoria for Teachers. I'm Earl Yeager. In this episode, we're going to look at how to add attachments to your lesson plans. When you're creating your lesson plan, sometimes there's additional files, additional materials that you'd like to be able to go back and reference again later. Maybe there's a handout that you are giving to the students. Maybe there's a file that you and your colleagues built that discusses the lesson plan. Maybe there's an article that you're having the students read. Whatever it is, maybe you have these files that you would like to be able to go back to that day at a later time and see those files again. It becomes a repository to hold that information. If you're sharing your lesson plans with other teachers, they get access to those materials as well. So that can be a really great place to house this. Also, when you go from one year to the next, those materials remain in Eduphoria. So if you don't have them anywhere else, you can find them again by going back to the previous year and looking at that day. You'll have that information on that particular day. So when you want to attach things in your lesson plans, let's take a look at how we might do that. So in Eduphoria, if you're wanting to add an attachment, you'll notice I have my plans for the day here. And down underneath, in each section for each content area, there's a little area that says Attachments. When I click in that area, you'll notice a little paperclip over on the side here. This paperclip, much like in your email, is what you would use to attach any document or file to your lesson plans. So if I click on that, it's going to let me choose something on my computer, find it just as I would a file from in an email attachment or anything like that. I would click on Choose File. In this case, I'm just going to go ahead and attach our calendar. But you could attach any kind of a document at all. It can be a PDF file, it can be a Word document, an Excel file, whatever you have on hand that you're going to be using with the students. It could even be a video file that you're showing in class that day. Go ahead and select the file that you're using. Go ahead and choose Open. And then click on the Attach File option. When I click Attach File, it's going to take a little bit of time to upload that document. And the larger the document, the larger the file, the more time that's going to take. But then it's going to show up here in the Attachments section. If I want another attachment, I would again click on that paperclip, again choose File, select the file, and open it again. And I can add another attachment. Now, in this case, I've actually attached the same file twice. So I don't need both of them. So if there's attachments that you've made that you don't want, maybe you errantly attached the wrong file, or attached the same file twice as I've done, or decide that you don't really want that here after all. In order to get rid of the attachment, you're going to right-click on that option, and when you right-click, you'll see the Remove from Lesson option. You can also do Open Attachment to verify it really is what you think it is. So if you've attached something but the name is not something that you recognize, you can click on Open Attachment to actually see, is that what I thought it was? But in this case, I know I've attached this twice. I'm going to go ahead and say Remove from Lesson. It asks me if I'm sure. And now I only have it there once. So now I'll have that on that day. And later on, when I go to another day and do my lesson plans, when I come back to that day, I will always have that attachment associated with that particular topic area's lesson plan. So I can have as many of those little attachments as I need in order to keep track of the materials and things for the lesson I'm doing. These attachments are also viewable by your administrator if your administrator is looking at your lesson plan. So they can also see those. It's more easy for them to see and open those attachments from their actual computer than it is from, say, an iPad, but they do have access to those there. Some administrators even allow teachers to attach a Word document with their lesson plans and things in it in that location if you wish to do so. I would consult with your administrator to find out if that's appropriate. All right, thank you very much. That's how to add an attachment to your lesson plans in Eduphoria. I'm Earl Yeager.